Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. We are back with Modded Minecraft Monday. Plan for today is to, at minimum, get the refined storage system online and up and running. From that, we'll see what else we end up doing. But yeah, I'm going to get started. Got to try and remember what the hell I'm doing with it. I do know I need to make the controller first. So let's have a look. What do we need for that? Enriched quartz iron. Which I think I have some quartz. It might be off to the nether at this rate. Let's have a look. I haven't got any there. I have 16. So yeah, it looks like off to the nether straight off the bat. Which kind of sort of expected that to some extent. Okay, why am I not getting game sound? Just bear with me a second. I can work out what is going on there. It was working. There we go. Right, first things first. Let's get my jetpack fully charged up. Because obviously if we're going to be in the nether, we're going to need it fully charged. So we need to get some... For the game or for me? Because I did have to change how the audio is actually done due to Twitch insisting that crackling was happening this end, which I proved wasn't the case because it was perfectly fine on YouTube and on the local recording. So when you say volume is low, do you mean in-game or me? My voice. Okay, well, I'll up me a little bit then. Not that one. One. That one. Is that any better? Because in theory it should be. Yeah, I had to change how audio is done. So audio is for every audio, so things like mic, game sounds, alerts and things like that, all have their own individual sound channels now. So it's just ironing out those few little bugs. I think that's one of those things that throw rocks at you in there. Not friendly. Also nearly dead. Right, let's just grab a shitload of quartz. I'll try to anyway. Go on the theory of 3 stacks. I think that is pretty much what you need. I do need to at some point get a mystical agriculture for quartz. But ideally I want to get the refined storage system set up so I can then start the auto crafting of the essences and the auto upgrading of the essences to the better essences, and so on and so forth. Hence the reason why I'm doing refined storage. Oh, I've actually got a fortress near me. I did not know that. Very near, as that is my portal there. Let's just grab some more quartz. Like I said, I want to try and get about 3 stacks. Just heard one of you dudes. Stop flying. Stay still. So you're doing some vein mining. Yeah, just a bit more. I forget that this pickaxe has not been enchanted, so it doesn't have all the extras and looting. Right, oh, watch it. I think I'll complete this next stack because I will make a full stack of quartz enriched iron. I'm also going to grab this gold while I'm here because I don't have a huge amount of it, he says. A lot. Should get it. Now, where was my portal? We're over here. Lost my marker. Oh, right over there. Okay. I'd actually marked it. I think what I'll do is what I normally tend to do, which as you will have seen from previous live streams, is as I am heading back to my portal, grab resources as I go. Because you're always going to need them. In that direction. Need to drop down a bit though. There are absolutely loads of zombie pigmen. I'm actually surprised that I didn't mine out around my nether portal, because I tend to normally do. This will upset the pigmen. Obviously we've had chicken go through the portal from the overworld. Insta portal teleport, that's what I like. Down to a charm. Right, must remember I've moved everything crafting wise into the base. So in theory I shouldn't need to keep running up to the top. So let's have a look. So the controller. We're going to need silver. How do we get silver? Thank you, Chris. Thank you for that, Chris. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I hope you're well, you idiot. Yeah, for people not in the know, for that channel point reward, I've actually programmed it so it does it across all 3 of my screens. And it gives me a mini heart attack every time it happens because I do think I've blue screened until I've read it. Right, so melting quartz. Well, yeah, you did say you'd broken it the other day. Still, it's probably better than having the pain from a wisdom tooth giving you a jip. Yeah, I can completely sympathise with you. I had to have a wisdom tooth pulled out. I think it was about this time last year. It just one day just started hurting, and you know, it was that thing. I've come out here for something and I've got sidetracked. Well, I suppose if you've had to have a few days off because of it, it means you've probably been able to do a few other things. Came out here for something, I can't remember what it were. I do know I need to start making some more glowstone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what did you stream and where did you stream? That one. Oh, grab one too many, don't matter so much. Ah, right. In theory, glowberries, going to the crushing macerator, you'll get glowstone and gunpowder. So I'll just leave that ticking away and it'll gather it all in there. Gunpowder isn't the guaranteed thing, but 9 times out of 10 you end up with a shed load more gunpowder than glowstone. Really? I would have thought Xbox would have had YouTube integrated streaming by now. Highly unusual. Right. So I know I need silicon. I'm probably going to need a shed load of that. So I'll do a full stack of that. For one. What else was it that I needed? Quartz enriched iron. So I know you need ridiculous amounts of this. So I don't know. Let's go for making a full stack. Probably won't be anywhere near enough. I suspect I'm probably going to have to do another visit to the Nether to get more Nether quartz. Probably will have to look at getting mystical agriculture up and going for some of the base resources, because I do know for making the crafting cube you need a shed load of enriched iron and things like that, so I will have to have a look at that. Right, what do we need for that machine casing? Is it literally any sort of stone? I'm assuming you can't use cobble, it'll have to be cooked stone. Yeah. Luckily, I have my cobble gen just there. I'll grab that. Oh, it's mine in there. I didn't realise that. Well, I'll grab that because no doubt I'll need it at some point. Right. So, crafting bench. So, we want to make the machine casing, which obviously you have to do on that one if you want it to have the dump the recipe bits. So we've got the casing. Well, we've made these bits of silicon. What's the alternate silicon? Right, that is from the mystical agriculture. Okay, that's good to know. So there definitely is a silicon one. Advanced processor. Got to make the processor binding first. Okay. String and slime. I don't think I have very much in the way of slime. I do have dough. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything there. So, over to the good old windmill. String, let's have a think. So let's just grab a stack of that. don't know if I've actually set anything like any green dye going. Don't think I have. So again, it looks like we're just going to have to quickly go flying around, find some plants. Will give us some green dye. Now, I'm going to remember that is an area not too far from my base that did have a lot. I have a feeling it's over here. So actually I'm going south. If I'd have thought about it, I'd have been a bit more prepared for it. Looks like there is some there. Yeah. I'm going to need quite a bit of it. In theory, it should be able to vein mine this. Oh. Not really connected, but okay. It's worth trying. A couple of them work. Now, I think if you grind these, you get 2 of the lime dyes that you need for making the slimes. Again, the mod pack has changed since the last modded Minecraft series, if you like. So we don't have aloe vera, so we don't have an easy green slime. I think you can do cacti. I think that just gives you green, but I think if you grind cacti, you get green slime and lime green, I think. Don't quote me on that, I'm not 100%. I'd have to have a look just to be sure. So just grab a few more. I know there is more here. Oh, I can actually target him, so it's him. Keep forgetting I've got the jetpack on full power. So I do apologise if it makes anybody feel nauseous. Back to our base. And we will shove it in the milling wheel. I should have one that's clear with nothing in it. Obviously this is my infinite food. That's got weight, that's got weight. One of these should have been empty. And they're not. Bollocks. Okay. I don't want to keep putting wheat in there. I'm sure one of these I kept clear. Maybe not. Okay. I'm actually going to switch that channel off for a second. And it's still taking everything out of it. Okay. Why is it still adding wheat to it if I've got it disabled? Fine. I will do it like this then. Subsid, I don't want all of this. It's like, go away. So temporarily, shove that there. I thought they did get ground in that. They changed that again? Let's have a look. Oh, have they made it so it's owned by the crew? Ah. Aha. Could have done sea pickles. I know where there's a shed ton of those. I could shove them in the crushing macerator. The one that's currently doing the glowstone. It'll actually get me a load more green dye, or the lime green dye. So, feeling that is what I'm going to be doing. So, back we go again. Did chuck all the flour right out. Come on, drop down. Oh, this one. Let's take all them out of that. Take that out of that. Should that in there. Unfortunately, it isn't the quickest machine. What else can we use them in, if anything? Yeah, really nothing else to... I'm surprised, because quite often I would have thought you could have put them in something like an enrichment chamber. I could manually craft them, I suppose. But it's like, then I only get 2, and, you know... I want 4, or potentially 4. Oh, actually, look at that. It's going a lot quicker for base items, so... yeah, I'll let it off. That's actually pretty decent. Won't take long to get through them. I do know I need string. Do I have any? That is the next question. Would have thought if I had any, I would have put it in this chest. Of course, I might as well grab that. Blue concrete. Right, well, while that's doing that, let's have a look. Probably my blocks chest that is still outside. If I do, look, I do have some wool there. Let me just have a quick look at what plants I've running. Yeah, it doesn't look like I've got an easy string supply. Can we turn wool into string? Yeah, just shoving it in the mill will do it. I hope that doesn't mean you only get 1 piece of string for putting a whole wool block in. Again, crushing macerator will give us, well, a very good chance of 4. Uncrafter is 4 to 1. What, 4 pieces of wool to 1 piece of string? Seems a bit excessive. Right, okay. Crusher will do it. And as I have a crusher already set up, really silly question. Doesn't have a... no, it doesn't. Just thought I'd check, because sometimes you do get like pickled sweets and things like that. Quite often they stick little things like that in. So, crusher, I believe, is that one. Right, so that should be enough, I think. Is it just literally? Yep. So let's have a look. What was it for making the processor binding. So you've got a adhesive, pink slime ball. Okay, fair enough. We're going to need a shed ton of it, so I'm literally going to make a shed ton of it. I already know I'm going to need a shed ton of it. Yeah, let's be able to see what. So, we've made the base processor binding, so it's diamond, redstone, and silicon to make an advanced raw processor. So, I need to sort of be thinking I need redstone. I'm going to need diamond, because obviously it is the advanced processor. So again, I remember this is dead easy. It's literally craft it, cook it, and you get your advanced processor. Can we move on to the next site? Yeah, nearly. So, we've got everything that we need. One controller. I had already put power in ready. Split up. It's powered. It's not powering anything at the moment because obviously we've not made the next devices. So, I'm going to take these bits out because I want the drive bay over here. I will probably do the extractor from the drives that you can import into your refined storage system on the right. And I'll have my crafting monitor, crafting grid, and another. I haven't decided what that one will be at the minute. So again, let's have a look. What do we actually need? Right. So I know you have to make a bog standard grid first. I think we're going to need a few of these though. So let's have a look. Crafter manager. Yeah, very good points. I need to be able to make the blueprints, I suppose you would call them. Well, let's have a look. So it just looks like standard. Craft manager. Just intrigued as. Oh, wrong key there. Didn't realise you could they'd actually put all the different colours in. I only thought they'd done a couple. But anyway. So, we're going to know we need one grid for the. We're going to need a pattern grid, which I'm assuming that just uses a grid, so that's 2. Fluid grid. I'm more going to be literally pulling from these tanks. So maybe. Again, that's something that I can look at later. So I think that's what. That one doesn't use a grid in it. So potentially 3 at the moment. Potentially. So let's have a look. Improvised processor. So we're going to need 6 of them. Which obviously, same crafting pattern as before, excepting obviously because we're using gold ones this time. Gold bar instead of a diamond. I have plenty of gold now. And again, we can just do it from here. And we'll shove them, get in cooked up. It's actually finished there, so shove that back over. What else do we need for grit? Construction cores. So it's a basic processor. So again, same basic recipe, just with the primary item changed. Gonna grab 3 of those, but before I close this, I'm just gonna have a quick look. Yeah, I thought as much. And the destruction cores use the same raw basic processors. So again, grab another 3. And again, shove them in and cook them up. Oh, Joe must shove some in my mailbox. Let me have a look. See what goodies has been sent my way. Oh, enriched iron. Oh, quartz enriched iron. What I'll do is I'll shove some of that in my backpack, but that is really, really handy. You know, again, we all know anybody who's done anything to do with refined storage, you need so much enriched quartz iron, it is ridiculous. That in theory should save me having to go to the Nether. Right. So let me have a look. Oh, I need to get those chips down there. I'm sat there going, where did I put the chips? And of course I haven't actually picked them up yet. So, obviously, the crafting grids. These ones take glowstone. I need 3 of those. So, hence the reason I've been grinding up glowstone. Yes, I could have gone to the Nether and got it, but I didn't. And then we need the destruction cores, which was quartz. It's got us those 3. What else did we need? Need to make some more machine casings. Which again, need to cook up some stone of some sort. And again, just the casings. Grab 3 of them. And then we need, I think we can just use any glass in there. I don't believe it has to be coloured. I think if you pick a coloured glass, your grid comes out the colour of the glass. I think that is one way of doing it without dyeing it. And that's 9 that I grabbed. So, that is the 3 grabbed. Right, if you just put a normal grid on, like so, obviously if I had the drives with the bay in, you would just see it here. We want to actually change this into a crafting grid. So you'll get your standard grid at the top, but on this lower section here, you'll get effectively one of these. You'll get effectively this part on the bottom there. But obviously you can say, what are the uses for the crafting grid? It's going to show all the ones with the colours. That is the one we actually want. You see, again, advanced processor, dead simple, crafting table, and it'll give you a crafting grid. But while we're here, we'll have a look, see what else. Pattern grid. Need to make a pattern, which again, I do believe takes quartz enriched iron, yet again. So I will just grab 3 pieces of glass. Do we have the pattern on the screen? Yes, we do. So we'll grab the pattern, because like I said, we're going to be making one of those. I actually want to grab that other one. Oh. Do you hear the music? Somewhere under my base. Or maybe just outside the other side of that wall. There is something running around with a musical backpack. Which again is added by one of the mods. Which I think is the backpack mods that we use. So what is it? Sophisticated backpack? Yeah. So you can get the music box attachment for it, and quite often you'll get zombies or creepers that'll be running around with those backpacks. And every now and again you just sat there, because I have the music generally off. And when you hear it, you know they're about. But anyway, back to what we were doing. So we need an advanced processor and a crafting table. We need another advanced processor. We made the pattern. I'm not going to make the fluid grid yet. So what else is there that is used by it? Wireless grid, again, I'll look at that in the future. But overall, that basically looks like it. So, need one more to get up. So, crafting table. While we're here, we need 3 diamonds, I believe. Again, shove them in, cook them, get them improved. Very easily done. So, I believe this is the layout for it. So, 1 crafting grid, 1 pattern grid. If I stick a bucket in there, I could get the fluid one. I might get it and shove it. Well, yeah, I will do. Sod it. Normal iron, because I need a bucket. Clinky clinky music going on in the background. Or do I save it for... No, because it didn't use a crafting grid. Crafting grid, a grid did it, the crafting manager. Right, so let's have a look. I'm going to shove the fluid grid away for now, because we'll be revisiting that one later. So, crafting grid. I always, don't ask me why, but I always put it above my power, so I know it's there. And as you can see, it's giving us, see, the crafting section. Once I have the drives and some discs in it, obviously I'll be able to start shoving items in it. I am going to be connecting it to the storage drawers, because I like using the compact drawers, so that when you connect to it via a drawer controller, you've got easy access to blocks of items without having to do the craft into blocks and such. Also, once this refined storage is set up and done, I can then set up down the other end of the building the automation of resources coming in and getting processed into ingots and so on and so forth. Right, pattern grid. I always stick to the right. Why? Again, I don't know. It's just the thing that I do. This is obviously so you can make recipes to put into crafters, so you can set up automated crafting and such. So that one's going to go there. Right. We now need to actually make the drive bay, which is, it's not that one, not disk manipulator. My blind, can I just not see it? It's here somewhere. Why can I not see it? There we go, disk drive. So we're going to need a chest of some sort, another advanced processor, and yet again, a shed load of quartz enriched. So what we'll do is we'll picked up 2. Actually, I'll shove those both through so we get some smooth stone, because we need to make the chassis for it, if you like. We need another diamond, because we need yet another advanced processor. So it is quite heavy on diamonds. So again, you need to go mining and things like that when you're first setting out, like you're doing all of these. Right, so we need to make a chest as well, which I've got some wood in here. And that's the drive. Again, all I'm going to do, shove it at the side of it. Obviously, you can see what it's powering. Again, no actual drive in here, so you can't actually put anything in. You know, you literally cannot. You've got to make the discs. So let's have a look. What do you need to make the discs? Well, these are the basic discs that come with refined storage. There are plenty of mods out there that give you lots of bigger ones and different types. You're going to be starting off with the very, very basic one, the 1K storage. I tend to try and work up to getting at least one 64K storage. There's a lots and lots and lots of repeat crafting, obviously, because to make one of these 1K storage modules, there's the recipe for it. You make one of these, you can then shove it in the housing and you'll get your 1K module. But what you're going to be looking at doing is crafting those, upgrading them to the next tier, which obviously you then need 3 of the previous tier, and it's so on and so forth. They all require the previous tier. And as you can see, it gets more and more expensive as you go. So let's have a look. So we're going to need some glass. We still have some silicon, not as much as I would have liked, but oh well, never mind. So glass, again. What's enriched iron, yet again. So let's grab some of that glass that I've got there. I'm going to have to shove this gravel through and get myself some more sand and then get that cooking, because I haven't set up my automated gravel glass flint factory yet. That is one of the things that I'm aiming to do. Might get done today. I'd like to think I can. So currently I'm just doing the system of, you get cobblestone. I've got a cobblestone generator there. Cobblestone, shove it through the crusher, which turns it into gravel, shove it through again, which turns it into sand, and then you just cook the sand to get your glass. Very, very easy. In my naivety, I thought I had enough, but obviously not. I forgot how expensive some of the recipes are on. Well, not really expensive, but a lot of resources are required. So just grab some glass, sand, turn it into obviously glass. Luckily it is the Mechanism Advanced Smelter. It's not the top tier one. So obviously the more you upgrade it, the more smelting slots you get. It's currently got the maximum speed increase and the maximum energy to it. You know, it's all being fed by flux points. You know, again, this is not the final position of things like this. This is just to make things a bit easier for me while I'm getting things set up. Because, again, as you can see, there is a lot of space here for a lot of things that will be coming. But currently, it is just space at the moment. This is my lava production using the dripstones. So up here, you've got some lava. I believe it's actually behind that. And then you have a block of some sort. I'm using dripstones. And then you have the dripstone points over cauldrons. And you pump it into a tank. Doing the same with water. So I don't have to keep running out and getting water. They will be connected to the refined storage system at some point. So if I have any recipes that require lava or water, again, easy access to. Right, I am going to have to move some things out of here though. Chill on my glass still. Right. So we need to make some of the 1K storage. So in theory, I believe that will give me enough for the next tier. So your 1K storage. But your next tier is your 4K storage, which as you can see takes 3. Takes these basic processors, which again, like I was saying before, that recipe with the iron. I'm going to have to get some more silicon because you do go through silicon quite a bit. Again, not difficult, you can just cook nether quartz to get silicon. Again, it's probably one of those things that I will do some of the mystical agriculture and then do some of that offline so it can start building up me some reserves. I keep hearing that music and thinking, why is the music playing? So let's have a look. I forgot how many we actually need. So it's 4 per 4K storage. So we're going to need, what? 12. Again, cook them up. So that would get me a singular. No, it won't. Because that's the one that I'm aiming. Like I said, I'm aiming for the 64. So how many did we get? We've got 3. So we're going to have to make a hell of a lot more. We need some more improved processors. Might just stick with the next tier initially. Again, a lot of these things I can do off stream. So, 16K. That should make the improved processor. I did make them, I just didn't pick them up. So, 16K storage. And then to make the actual 16K storage disk, you just have to make one of these storage housings. Again, pretty simple. And then it is literally just combining that with the storage part, which will give you the disk, which then you can literally shove in there. It does show it visually. I think it has 3 colours. Green, not green, blue for mostly empty, and then I think it's orange when it's starting to get full, and then red when it is full. You can actually take the storage modules out. You just put it again. I thought you just put it back into a crafting grid. Or is it shift right click it? Yeah, shift right click the storage housing. You'll get the storage part back, and then you can use that storage part in making your next tier. So, you know, they are always usable. I'd always say empty them first. Right. Now it's trying to remember which way the priority goes on this. Because obviously I want this to be the second place that items are stored to. Because when you hook up to via a storage drawer to storage to the storage drawers, you want it that anything that you shove in there gets automatically put in here first. And so you have to set the priority system. Some of them, that is the higher priority. In others, that is the higher priority. I can't remember which way it is, but it's not going to be overly important at the moment because I'm not going to hook those straight in. The aim of the game at the moment is to get the refined storage system set up, start working on the crafting cube. I doubt I will get that finished because that does take an absolutely horrendous amount of resources. We'll just have to see how far we get. But obviously, we've reached that point that on the hour every hour, I take a 5-minute break, and that is what I will be doing. So obviously here on Twitch, we run 3 minutes of adverts to disable pre-roll adverts for an hour. Those adverts are not guaranteed. It's down to region availability. How that works, I still don't know. So obviously, if you get adverts, stretch your legs, get yourself a drink. You know, that's what I'm going to do. If you don't get adverts, sit back, enjoy the music. If you are watching this over on YouTube, I have 0 control over adverts. And as of November, nobody has control over adverts. They have actually removed that functionality from the actual content creators. And so all I can do is apologise for that. So other than that, we'll be back in a couple of minutes. So sit back and enjoy the music. Right, and I'm back. Right, let's just dump some of this glass away for a minute. I definitely don't need to be carrying that much. Thank you, Chris. So let's have a look. So we have disk drive and the disk. We have the controller. We have the crafting grid. We have the pattern grid. So literally, as you can see, I shove these things in there. They are now showing us in there. Shows you how much of the disk is full there. And it means that now, if I wanted to, I don't know, say we wanted to craft the machine case in, we can do it from there and it will pull from out of the inventory, clearing the grid, puts it back into the inventory. Quite handy. So, next stage, we need to be looking at the crafting machine, I suppose the only way to call it, the multi-block. I believe that is reborn. Yeah. Which, as you can see, these reborn storage actually adds some of its own disks as well. So literally you can end up with huge, and I mean genuinely huge storage disks. It also gives you things like the advanced wireless transmitter, which I believe allows you to do over really long distances, but again, requires a bit more advanced materials. I believe that is netherite that you require for that, which currently I have none of. But as you can see, it is still the basic crafting recipe. Again, just the main item that's changed to give you the raw version of the processor. That again, you just cook as normal, forget. So these frames is what we're going to need. As you can see, you need a shed ton of refined quartz, and I mean an absolute shed ton. So what I'm going to be looking at doing is obviously making the frame so it fits in here. I actually don't need that double gap in there. I only need a single gap because you run a cable from out the controller into the cube, which I do actually need to make the cables. That's just a little note. So, again, let's just go back to refined storage. So, the cables are these ones. Funnily enough, just as cable. Again, more enriched quartz. Redstone, 2 pieces of glass. So, just for speediness sake, I'm going to shove them in there. Again, click on it. I tend to get a stack, or most of the stack anyway. I'm going to shove the cabling in straight away. Again, it doesn't matter which one you pull the cable out of. You can do it out of the grid, you can do it directly out of the controller. That connects to anything above and left and right. That connects to things left. Again, exactly the same, left, right, back, front, and so on. So they all connect to one another. So, obviously we'll just shove the cable over there ready. How much of the silicon? Not that much. I'm probably going to have to hook up easily another punch curve nether quartz to get more silicon. What I will do is let me just grab one and see what we need for mystical agriculture. You only actually need the next tier of the essence, which is actually pretty good. I think I will actually do that. Let's have a look. What is it for the quad? Let's just find Mystical. That needs the next tier. Let's have a think, because it goes... You start with the light green, then it goes to the dark green. Then it goes to the orange, the blue, the red, and the purple, I believe. In theory, we should be able to do these. What I will need to do is grab some seeds, though. Which there should be plenty of. I'll just quickly sleep through the night so we don't get phantoms. I know I've not slept in a while. So let's have a look. Let's just grab a stack of seeds for now. Also grab any extra essence that has been produced while I was waiting. Down we go again. Right, we're going to need some of this prosperity for making the base seeds. Which again, you can do them over here. Grab those two. Right, I do need to get my stone, my master infusion crystal. Obviously, mystical agriculture, when you first start out, you make the one that has uses. And I always burrow straight down through it so I can get the master infusion one with unlimited uses. So again, we know we need to make some of the greeny ones to start off with. So I may as well just refine all that I picked up. We now need to know we need 4 of these ones. I'm not going to refine them all the way up because obviously we know we only need so many. So I believe it was 4 obviously for the silicon. We need 4 with the deuterium essence, and again with seeds, to make the nether quartz seed with mystical agriculture. And of course we'll be using botany pots so that ultimately we can shove them wherever we like. We never have to think about, oh, can see daylight and things like that. Again, very, very easy using mystical agriculture. So long as you've got the essence and you've got the bits required for it. It's literally shove the things on the pedestal. If you hover over it, once you've put all the things on it, it will say that it'll craft silken seed. Give it a redstone signal. And hey presto, you have the seeds. So next lot of seeds. So you see, nether quartz seed. So if there's nothing on there, you see it doesn't come up with anything, so you know you've got your pattern wrong. If you put them in the wrong order, again, it won't show anything, so you'll see that it doesn't come up with anything. Once you've got the last thing item in, and it's the correct one, it actually says nether quartz seed, give it a redstone signal. Day presto. You have the seed. Now, I do need to check what the restriction of the farmland that they require. So looking at that, does look like yeah, tier 4 is the lowest for quartz. And again, I suspect it'll probably be the same. Oh no, tier 3 you can do with that. So again, I want my farmland. I already had earlier. And we are going to have to upgrade some of the soils. I'm going to upgrade literally all, and I mean all, of the essences that we have here. Because I want to get the, I think it's Imperium Essence, the highest tier version of it. Again, I can just put a single one there, shift click it, and it literally will just keep crafting while it's got the resources for it. Again, grab a shed load. And just dump it all in. Actually, you can dump the farmland in as well. And again, it is literally just a case of keep shoving it in, because, well, as you can see, I've got currently 3.5k of it. 3.5k has literally been turned into just over a k. You know, because it's like for every 4 you get one of the next tier essence. So obviously, like I said, I'm going to be upgrading it as far as it will go, because I want the top tier soil. It's literally just a case of empty it completely out. Obviously, once that's done, then on to the next. Get that one out. On to the next. Which I believe without a mod, do premium essence is for the base for mystical agriculture is the maximum. Which, as you can see, all that, the 5 point whatever k of it that I had, has turned into 7 insanium. I will leave the infusion crystal in there for now. Oh, I need to make the soil. So, farmland, which is just dirt with a hoe used on it, turns it into farmland. Stick your insanium essence next to it, which will give you the tier 6 insanium farmland. I'm actually going to grab it all, because I have a feeling I am going to be needing that. Now we need to make some advanced botany parts. We do need 2 of those seeds. Of those, I am going to need clay, which, let me think, I believe it's 5 blocks per botany pot. Let's have a look. I also need to make the flower pots. Helps if I actually cook it first. So let's not cook the whole lot. Don't need the whole lot. Nope. So again, this will give you the bog standard botany pots, but we want to turn them into hopper botany pots. So again, we need to grab some wood. I don't want that wood, I want that wood. Two chests in it. So 2 chests. I did actually shove my iron in here. Yeah. So again, you can just use it like a normal crafting grid. I do believe it is it 2 iron blocks per advanced, I believe. I didn't want that many. So again, to give us the hopper botany pots, if I'd have thought about it when you actually craft it, you can actually put the hoppers in when you actually make it. And I believe it's 2 blocks of iron, 2 ender pearls above it. It'll give you the elite botany pot. Because we have the mod tiered botany pot tiers. There you go, in blue. Just means you end up with botany pots that work a little bit faster than the bog standard ones. You know, prime example is the power station, which I'll just show you. So on the original design for the power station, without the tiered botany pots, you literally need a full 9x9 area growing melons. With the advanced tier botany pots, that is all you need to run it. And it is literally, that is all you need to run it. And it keeps a really nice backlog of all the resources. So let's have a look. I think I've got some of the... Do I have them here? No, I bet you they are down in the bottom of my building. So it's like any of the resource crops you can't grow just in soil. You do need to use the essences. It's always worthwhile checking to see if you don't have any stockpiled, what is the minimum essence requirement for it. So, oh, perfect too. Things like food crops, because they aren't resource crops, yes, you can grow them in the essence soil, but you actually don't have to. So, as you can see here, some of these are just in bog standard farmland. The wheat, again, it's in a bog standard farmland, but as I needed food quite early on, an elite botany pot was required. I already had 2 here. Oh well, another 2 for resources. So currently I have the essence in, again, some titanium. I have some dirt, because all of this was stone at one point, and I had to terraform it into dirt so I could grass it. So I needed, again, a shed load. Shove the botany pots on top, shove the soil in, shove the seed in. I will literally shove that one into my backpack. And they will grow, again, because they're in botany pots, you can grow them underground. They don't need a light source to grow. You know, it is literally a case of they will grow anywhere. And again, because they are hopper botany pots, they will put their output, which normally would get dumped into here, into the block below them. You can connect them via pipes, you can connect them by storage drawers, you can connect them by chests. It's really up to you how you want to do it. I use storage drawers because, again, you get normally out of any of the mystical seeds, you'll get the essence of whatever you've put in. So these ones have both got silicon and insanium in them. Why didn't that drop down? Why did they not go down? Oh, because I blocked them. Yeah, if you lock storage drawers, they will not output their inventory into it. So to fix it, or to do it correctly, when it produces the item, put it in the thing below, and then it will always drop those items below. So again, silicon essence into there, and it'll drop them below. Obviously, I've used the quantifying key and the storage key, so one to lock it, one to show the numbers underneath so you know how much is in it. These basic 4x4 drawers, the maximum they hold is 512. So you can see that shows 512, but if you look in there, it's full of essence. You know, I could put a void upgrade on it, and then all that would do is anything extra that overflows in here will be destroyed. Reason for doing that, if you wanted seeds, obviously, once that is full, it stops producing. While if you had a void upgrade on it, it would void the extra earth essence. Any seeds would then that are produced would automatically get dumped tonight. Same with the fertilizer. So again, these ones I'll just leave chugging away to themselves. They'll keep producing, and then I'll come and check them every now and again, see if they've produced any extra seeds. If they have, I'll shove the seed in it, or again any fertilizer, and I'll shove that in it. That now means that technically I don't need to go to the nether for nether quartz anymore, because I now have effectively a permanent source of it, because I'm now growing it. And how that works is you get the essence and it shows you what you can do with crafting with it. So innate will give you 12 nether quartz. Sticking it with some stone essence, you can get andesite, you can get diorite, you can get granite. So you can combine it with different essences to get different things. One of the things that I really love about mystical agriculture is that I know it's all about mining because it's Minecraft, but it's one of the things that I absolutely hate doing. I find it very, very boring. Some people love mining. I'm not a fan of mining. I'm more about building wondrous little contraptions and things to be able to do other things that I want to do. And so being able to grow crops and things like that is really, really handy. Obviously, if you have a look, this is some of the things with it. So you can make certain tools out of the different essences. So as you can see, I have that pickaxe, and it increases the speed, the amount of damage it does, it increases the durability, so on and so forth. You have, obviously, you can use it on coal, which increases its burn time and things like that. You can do it with some of the fruits that gives bonuses to, obviously, apples in this case. Why you would want to, I don't quite know. I don't think... Oh, it does give you buffs. It gives you absorption, speed, resistance, regeneration, strength, and haste. So if you're about to go and bop somebody on the head, it's actually not a bad thing. I tend to make the armour, so the Supremium armour, because the Tier 5 armour is the only one that gives you, or you can add the augment that gives creative flight, which is handy for when you're building. Not so much when you want to get around places. I still prefer to do jetpack for that because it's faster. Again, you've got the weapons, the fishing rods. Once you upgrade a weapon or a tool to Supremium, they sort of are indestructible, but it seems to be a case of that the chance of the item taking any damage when you use that item is so minuscule, it's very rare that you take damage. I think the only times that I've actually been able to damage a Supremium pickaxe is when I've vein mined really large areas. Other than that, I haven't been able to damage them. And even when I have damaged them, a Supremium item takes minuscule amounts of damage if they do take damage. The only thing that I tend to do is I normally upgrade my sword to a Supremium. The pickaxe, spade, and axe, I tend not to, because the attack is normally that quickly, you can end up very quickly mining through half your base from a very quick single click. So things like the sword, the bow, I tend to, and probably the shears, I probably will upgrade to maximum. The pickaxe, spade, and axe, I just don't bother. It goes too quick for my little pea brain to keep up with. But yeah, again, mystical agriculture, really good. Again, you can upgrade furnaces with it. It reduces the amount of fuel required, and it speeds up how quickly that they process items in them. Obviously, there's plenty of other mods out there that do it probably better and faster. But as an early game, upgrading just to the Imperium furnace is actually pretty good. But anyway, that's not getting us on with refined storage. Oh, I've got fishing fountain again. Come on, get down there. Right, the other monitor that we were looking at, which I forgot where it was already. Crafting manager. So again, machine casing is going to be the first thing. So I do know I'm going to have to put another piece of stone. I already had a piece in there, don't matter. It'll always come in handy, get used at some point. So, one machine casing. We also need these crafters. Now, the basic one, which is that one, you need the advanced processors, 2 of, the destruction, and a construction core. We're going to need some more of these machine casings. So again, I've already got one there. I need 2 though, don't I? Cook them up. Actually click on the right one. Shove them in there. You can just do a recipe from that. So the advanced processors, what? We need 2 of those. We need 4 diamonds. Construction core uses glowstone. So 4 diamonds. 2 redstone. What else was it that we needed in my memory? Oh, let's move where they are. We mentioned there. No, not that one. That one. So I think we got everything there in that regard. I think so anyway. Yeah, I do think we have. So, yeah, put it in the inventory, so I have to pull from there. We don't want bog standard iron, which, how many iron did we need for this? So 1 there, so we're going to need 4. Yeah. So, shove them all in, they'll all get cooked up. We want these ones. We know we want 2 construction cores. We need quartz for the destruction cores. Obviously we need to make 2 of these crafters. Really, I should have just shoved all the things into the inventory so we can pick up the 2. We then need glass, and again another 2 advanced processors. Really, should have actually counted them all up for what I needed beforehand, so I need another 2 more diamonds. It probably would have been easier to actually connect up the storage drawers so it would pull from them straight away. It would have made my life a little bit easier. And we know we need 3 pieces of glass. That, and it's got the crafting manager. And so when you are actually crafting anything, it will show it up in here and you can see what's going on, what's being done. I think that is all that we need out of the crafting side of it there at the moment. I want a crafting monitor though as well. I do believe I have to make another grid though for that if I do that. Let's have a look. Oh no, you don't. So just need 2 improved processors, 2 patterns. Okay. Just grab a stack of glass. Even though I didn't actually need to do that. Where would I shift the crafting monitor? I don't have one. Do I actually want one? I think more importantly is going to be the disk manipulator. That one. So again, we're going to need construction core, destruction core. Again, first the binding silicon with the iron. Just do it quick way now. It's a hell of a lot easier. So we need, I believe it's only 2, because obviously we are only making 1 disk manipulator. We do need 2 of the storage housings. We've got 2 machine casings there. So let's get 1 of those. We need another piece of glowstone. Get these cooked. And again, destruction, bread. Technically you don't need to. Disk manipulator, 1 of. And how the disk manipulator works is, say I had these actually connected up, and on that disk there was a bunch of, I don't know, let's say diamonds, and I don't want them on the disk. Again, how you set that up is it is literally done through this priority system. But say the disk had diamonds in, I would take the disk out, put it into the disk manipulator, shove it in the in, and it would transfer those diamonds out. But as it knows that is the priority, it would remove them from the disk, shove them into here, and then once it had finished the process, it literally stopped. Now, if you were completely emptying the disk, say because you wanted to upgrade this disk, you could just put it in there. It would transfer all the items out onto any disk that you've got there or the storage bit. And when the disk is empty, it will shove it in out. And once you hover over it, it'll say stored 0 of whatever size. And again, you can then take that disk apart and then use it to make a bigger one, say for example. So I always like to have a disk manipulator because it is really, really handy. So grab a bit of drink. So let's have a look at the cube. So reborn storage. I am going to need a shed load of this. Let's have a look. How much silicon? Not a lot. Not a lot. I'm going to need a load of processors. Do I go the whole hog and make a full stack? Let's have a look. So the heat conductors, technically what you sort of use for filling, which again requires the crafting frames. Then you have the crafting CPU, which I tend to have a couple of minimum. And then the actual crafting storage, which only takes the low-level disk, which ain't that bad. But again, they take advanced processors. That takes advanced processors. And this takes the improved, but I need a shed load of those. I think first things first, I'm going to cook up a stack of cobblestone because I'm going to need a lot of smooth stone straight off the bat. I will actually shove the cable into that. I will take this quartz back out of that and shove that all in there because that's where I'm going to be using the majority of it. So let's have a look. We've got one there. Just trying to think how many I will need. I think what I'll also do is grab a couple of stacks of gold. I'll grab a stack of diamonds as well. Shove them in. Right. Don't want to use polysilicon in one go. I'm going to go with, let's say 32. They will get used because again, I'm quite sure this isn't going to be enough. But I'm pretty sure of. I should have actually just shoved them in there. I can just pull straight out. That's what she said. And you're building a basic frame. which as you can see, I've already run out, so I'm definitely going to need a lot more. And these gaps here you fill with the heat conductors. Again, the base doesn't have to be a solid, the top doesn't have to be a solid. So what was I needing? Need some more of these. Probably could have counted it out, seen exactly how many that I need. Yeah, you'll probably see that coming up quite a bit, because if I accidentally click on any of these blocks, it'll say it's not valid for the machine because you are making a multi-block item. Actually, let's have a look. How many more do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I do only need 8. Or 8 more anyway. Wrong thing. Oh, I've gone over. Yeah, we got a couple extra, but not being funny, we know we're going to need more. You know, we need 8 to complete this. And then we're actually making the, what's it called, heat conductors. We need more casings. We also need more silicon and more quartz. The silicon is slowly going down. Does that only make one? Yes, it only does make one. Oh, it is quite painful on the resources in that regard. You know, so 4 of those, and like you've got 1. It really is ouch. I'm going to have to make some more improved processors. Quite a lot of them, looking at that. Need some more redstone. And again, as you can see, silicon is quickly going down. And lob them in there. Actually, I'm going to look to see. So much. Definitely have that sneaky feeling that I'm not going to have enough. On. Again, it will keep saying invalid block, invalid block. Just ignore it. It's saying invalid because it's not been completed. The only thing that I would say is when you do make this, I think the restriction is you do have to have a minimum of 1 crafting CPU and 1 crafting storage in it, otherwise it will not work. And obviously, all the sides of the cube have to be completed because it is a multi-block construction. So what? Right, let's have a look. Need a shed load of these. So that is a 4. We need 4 per 1, don't we? I'm going to do it piecemeal. I don't want to end up with a load of these blocks left over because I've not made the uncraft yet. And I know I will have to at some point. Yeah, going to need a hell of a lot more. Absolute hell of a lot more. A lot more than what I thought. So I'm going to have to get some more silicon. Let's see how my plant has been doing for silicon. No seeds in there yet. I've got 72. Obviously I can just grab the whole lot. I do have my backpack crafting bench. I believe that is just, it's not an 8x8, so I'll probably end up with a hell of a lot more. So what is it? What is it? It's a 3, which is perfect, so that means I end up with an absolute ton of silicon. It's something I didn't check today. We've got a create bug, which apparently is a known bug, which sometimes create blocks disappear. And I had an instance where the windmill sails inside power disappeared, as did the clock hands. So I've just been kind of like just keeping tabs on it, see if it does it again. More than anything, so I can report it back to Nazorin, so that if it does happen, because it is a server, you can have a look at the logs and see if you can actually see anything as and when it actually happened. Because obviously if you get a report for it and it shows something happening, you can always report it back to the mod creator and go, this is the report it's giving. Again, let's ship those away. How much binding? I've not got a load of string, but I have to do. We need more cookstone. Just get that quickly processed. And typically, I've run out of enriched iron, which, again, like I said, refined storage, it does get quite heavy on the requirements for it. I do believe there is an essence for it, which as we can see there. So what is actually required for that? The only thing is, I think I actually did use... no, I should be able to, because again, if you have some of the higher tier ones, you can actually drop it back by putting it into the crafting grid and it'll drop it to the previous version. So that is handy. So I am actually going to make the seeds for that. Because again, if I can actually grow the enriched quartz iron bars, it saves me having to convert quartz and iron, or actually mine because obviously I don't have an iron seed. So I believe I actually do need the 4 bars. Going there. So I need 4 bars. Let me just double check. Is all of that? So yeah, the 4 bars, the orange essence, the seed, and it'll give you the image seeds. So again, reasonably easy to do. Luckily, it doesn't require any of the super expensive essences, because otherwise that would have been put on hold until I've got another backlog of the resource. Obviously, shove the seed in. And you'll see quartz enriched iron seeds. Clicky clicky. 1 seed. I now need to make another botany pot for it. I already have the insanium farmland. Obviously making my job a hell of a lot easier. I need to make another hopper, which again is just a chest with iron, which I believe I should do there. That gives us the hopper. We then need the, obviously, the 3 clay to make the plant pot, 5 clay to actually make the botany pot, which again should come all through the smelter. And so, make the botany pot. If you stick the hopper in at this stage, it'll make it straight away a hopper botany pot. You know, if you do it that way, it'll just make the botany pot, and then obviously you can put the hopper at the side of it, turn it into a hopper one. But if you do it on creation, it just saves you a stage. Right, now I need another 2 blocks of iron, and a pearl. So it's block, hopper botany pot, and a pearl on top, which gives you the elite pot. And we'll set this seed going. So on top, in with the seed, in with the insanium farmland, you'll see it starts growing. Again, you are just waiting for it. Wait for it to do its first stage, which normally isn't that long. And I will put the item in there so I can see it start doing the amounts. Obviously, I haven't locked these chests or quantified them, so I will do that like so. Main reason for locking them means that you can move them when you break them or pick them up, and they won't lose their items or throw all their items all over the floor. And again, as we are coming up to that time, I am going to take another 5-minute break and stretch my legs and my arm. Still not right. So obviously, it's when I run 3 minutes of adverts to disable pre-roll for anybody that might want to join us on the channel. Obviously, adverts are not guaranteed. They are down to region availability. So if you get adverts, stretch your legs, make yourself drink. Again, that's what I'm going to do. If you don't get adverts, sit back and enjoy the music. But obviously, if you're over on YouTube, I have no control over adverts in there. And as of November, nobody does. So I do apologise if you get adverts there. So other than that, I will see you in a couple of minutes. Great, and we're back. Well, it's not produced a lot. I think this is only an 8. I have a very strong feeling that this is an 8. I don't know how many it produces. Oh, you get 8, so I suppose it's not bad. He's producing, see, it's night time, so I'll just have a quick sleep through the night. Right, let's have a look. I'm going to grab some more silicon. I'm assuming, again, the quartz, I'm assuming is going to be another 8, which is. So I'm going to have to use up some of this quartz that I just made. Again, quartz is no longer worry. It's more a case of you just got to wait for it to grow. So let's grab some iron from here. Which it's not like I'm really short of iron or anything. You know, I've got 5,150 iron. Which, though, to be fair, I'd rather have more iron than anything, because you do get a lot of recipes that use it. Grab a bit more. Actually, get a full stack. I've got a couple of stacks, should I? Oh, and just shove all this back in here. Oh, I've got 16. Let's have a look. Oops, if I'd actually have put that in there. Which again, we've run out of the advanced processors. Which again, we're going to run out of binding soon at this rate. And eventually it'll be fully automated, so if I ever have to do any things like this, it will go away and craft all these improved processors and so on and so forth in the future for me. So I won't need to do that. I didn't realise I had 8 machine casings. For some reason I thought I only had 4. One. That one, that one, that one. Right. Shove all them in there. Grab them all. All of those got turned into 6. It's like, ow, it's painful. I probably will. I'll leave them out. No, because I'm going to need to access it from the top, aren't I, to put things in. Right. What was it that I needed for this stuff? You can't just use dough. What is adhesive? Oh. Embers. Not even looked at embers yet. That's something for the future. So, let's have a look. How much green dye did I get? It's actually quite a reasonable amount. I'm going to say that is pretty good. So, let's go get some more dough and turn that into slime balls. Because yes, in the last mod pack we had Pam's Harvest Craft, and in there was aloe. And if you shoved aloe into a mixing bowl, I think it was for every 3 you got a slime ball. So that was pretty good. If you left it too long, it would turn into slime liquid. But to be fair, I think we all sort of agreed that Pam's had become a bit bloaty, especially when you have other mods on the server that are a lot more, how can I put it, to the point with their crafting recipes. So things like Croptopia, we added the Farmer's Delight mod. We didn't add all the 50 billion add-ons for it. But they were more specific, more defined. This is what you get, rather than, no, you've got to grow 50 million crops to be able to make something simple that actually weren't that good. Which I think was the main problem with Pam's. You know, Pam's was very, very heavily, you've got to spend your time farming and lots of different products to be able to make something that wasn't actually that good. And so it's nice to keep with mods like Croptopia, Farmer's Delight, which you really only have to grow a handful of things, but you know, the end product is actually quite useful. Oh my god, I had binding in here. I forgot. Shame. Shame. That'll teach me. Right, we've got plenty of silicon. Not doing too bad for iron. I'm going to get a full stack of these processors, I think. So what was it? That's, I'm going to need some more redstone. I think it's redstone. silicon. Like I said, I'm going to get a full stack of them, because I'm obviously going to use them, and obviously in some of the other recipes I'm going to be needing them as well. So it just makes sense. Right. Let's just do a quick grab of a load of them. Right. I'm going to have to make some more stack. Because again, like I said, it's extremely infused quartz hungry. I actually had forgotten how bad it was. You know, if I'd have thought it through and actually spent some time doing the maths for it, I probably would have farmed a lot more of these resources in between, so I could just get on with it. But I suppose it does give you an impression of that, you know, some of these devices do take investment and time to make. It isn't something that, you know, you can just throw together. Well, I suppose you can if you've got creative mode, but that's not, what's the point of doing that? Activate that. Right. So what are we short on for these? Probably quartz it's going to be again. Yep, enriched quartz. So again, we're going to have to go up to the little mini farm plot. Or the hopper pots, I should say. See what's been made. We got a bit, not a lot, not a lot. We do have some seeds though, so stick them in there. No seeds in that one, no seeds in that one. So 24 in which I are nowhere near enough. So, while we're actually waiting for that to produce a little bit, I'm going to have a nosy and see what people have done at their bases. Because I'm nosy. Yeah, this is the Undead Village. It's actually quite cool because you get zombie villagers and skellies and all sorts of weird things coming out at night. Obviously, I'm moving faster than normal people would, even in creative. So you will get that odd server jutter as it catches up. This is Najoma's place. Just open the door. Well, you've not put any other... Oh! I'm going to say, you've got your blindness enchantment-y thingy. By the looks of it. You collected a few more heads, though, I say. So that's one of the things that I quite like, is that, you know, we've got the different head trophies. What a little sheepy. A stray head? I've not come across any of them yet. Just click his waist down. Yeah, so he's going to be using the portal frames. You know, I might bring my subway back. You got enough drives? And it's like just a few drives. Yeah, Najoma's one of the few people on the server that's choosing to do PvP. And I will quite freely and happily say that the other parties that are partaking in PvP are being a bit of a chicken at the moment. So, you know, not being funny, the longer they leave it, the more awful Najoma becomes. Right, where's your way down in this place? I don't know where your way down is in this place, because obviously it's changed since I were here last. Right, over there, okay. Yep, that's what I tend to do. Enrichment factories. Make the different... I think what they're called. They're the mechanism ones. But when you're making things like the infused and the advanced conduits and things like that, here we go. The enriched stuff. So rather than it taking things like 1 diamond to make 1 piece of reinforced alloy, if you enrich it, it means you can do multiple ones. And as these all have a storage quantity to them as well, it means that, you know, you can actually quite fill them up quite nicely. So here's your respawn storage core. I see you've got some of your resources here. He's got a bunch of things on. Enchantments. Enchantments! Obviously some of his crafting side of it here, yeah, and his thing for upgrading his different essences. That's what I tend to do. He's like that as well. Yeah, I need to make use more of the seed reprocessor myself this time round, rather than just dumping them. Yeah, so again, it's one of the tiered crafters, the tier 3 crafter, where if you get just tier 1, I think you get 2 or 3, and then you upgrade it and you get another recipe and things like that. And literally, you can stick a bunch of recipes in, and it sticks the base stuff in there, crafts it up into the export there, and then you just import it into your network. You know, obviously he's got his smelting factory for his raw resources there. Got a crafter there, which let's get that a little bit closer. Again, for doing the patterns. So rather than what I was doing manually, where you're sticking it in the furnace, again, this is doing it all automatically because these are obviously recipes. Backup power energy cube. So for whatever his power goes out, this will keep things running for him. Ultimately, the ultimate universal cable as well, which I'll 26.21 million forge energy. Even though I believe actually on the maths, even though it shows 26.21, it actually holds 28. So, yeah. So it displays as 26.21, but it actually holds 28. Obviously, he's got his controller for his refined storage there, and way upwards over here somewhere. Where is it? Is that it there? Which obviously is running all of these here. So, you know, obviously he's got his advanced crafting grid. So again, that's the thing that means that he doesn't have to keep coming here and clicking on these things and doing the craftings and so on and so forth. Again, he's colour coded it, just use some colour dye on it, just to give it a little bit something more interesting. Yeah, I need to make more use of my crafting manager. So again, as you can see here, you can see that's that smelting factory that was downstairs. That's showing what recipes he's got in there. Again, enrichment factory. Again, some of the recipes that it's shoved in, crushing, so on and so forth. It's multi-block crafter. Some of the recipes that he's got in there, I'm assuming you're doing like I were doing, where as you actually need to craft something, you teach it the recipe and move on. What was that? Outdoor drive bay full of 1K discs. Yeah. So, you know, probably, I'm assuming you did like I said, you know, took all the 1K discs and have upgraded them into the next one up as you went along. Obviously, he's got his experience obelisk there. Anvil. You not got yourself a powered anvil yet? Because I like the powered anvil for repairing all my gear. Obviously, you still need a bog standard anvil for applying enchants and things like that. So, have you thought about what your other floors above are going to be? Or are you still thinking on that? Yeah, makes sense. Obviously, this is his power level. We've got a big reactor there. We've got his induction matrix there, which obviously it's got the casing with all the bits in it. You've got your hydrogen tank because he's doing the same sort of power plant that I've done, but obviously his own design. All the work being done. Thing. Ethylene gas. His burners. He just hasn't vented the smoke. Right at the bottom, obviously you've got, like me, you've got a big hole that you can fall down and die if you're not careful. Ender portal, very important, especially if you've got PvP on. You don't want them finding your portal and coming and giving you a visit. Obviously, that's the next tier mystical agriculture for doing awakened stuff, where you have to use the different elemental essences in these vessels. It's all good fun. Even though it's lit at maximum, you'll get cockroaches, they're a pain in the backside. I have completely lost where the stairs were. Not the stairs. Don't believe there's any levels lower. No. So yeah, that is Najona's base. You know, might look familiar ever so slightly. Don't forget to re-protect it. And literally all of this was done by hand. It had to be done by hand. So it's like, if you actually look at this, you know, it's got all the blackstone from the nether, but there's also a layer underneath the water. And so all of that is blackstone. And then, of course, all of this had to be done with a spade to make it into a dirt path, to sort of texture it. He's got a few ideas of things that he's going to have coming up through the ground. Not done that yet, but, you know, working on plans for that. It was originally tried it with some lava, and it didn't actually make that much of a difference. So there was like lava pouring down the sides and things like that. And ultimately, it really didn't make any improvement to it. It didn't give any more interesting lighting effects or anything like that. And so it was kind of like, wasn't really much point on keeping the pouring lava. But again, this is done with the inverted simply light mods light. And so at night, obviously, it looks pretty good. Which way is it going? So still got a little bit before it gets night time here. So that is one. Let's have a look. Now, Dave's base is somewhere. He's still not uploaded it, so he doesn't want to be found, so we won't go there. We'll just have a quick whiz over to the other people, see if they've done anything since I was last in. Trying to keep me eye on it, so I don't overshoot or anything. Obviously, the jitter that you get every now and again is because you are travelling faster than creative. So you do get it. It is one of those things. This place looks like it's not changed much at all. Still left the door open. I'm not sure whether they've abandoned this in favour of their other base. Wouldn't have thought, because they do have obviously some resources and things here. I'd be surprised if they have. Thank you very much, it's much appreciated. Maybe I'm to try and get some more. This is the cherry blossom house that one of our players has built. Obviously, it is a claimed area, so I can't open doors and actually have a proper look inside. But you can get a general feel for it by looking in. As you can see, they've made the cooking for blockheads. They've made the kitchen. There is some of the Farmer's Delight items there. Another pot. Sink. Got the cooker from Cooking for Blockheads. The toaster. Cow in a jar by the looks of it. Nice little dining table. I do believe she decided to go solo because the rest of the party that she was originally with have decided to all go PvP. Yeah, very nice design. They've actually used the cherry tree wood from here to build it. You know, they made like a little kitchen area. I do believe that other building a monstrosity is a bit further in the north. Right, so this is the other place, which, as you can see, it is a cobble block. Probably vampires, because they have aversion to daylight by the looks of things. Open the door! Now move away because I can't see anything because you're in the dark. So, yeah, we're having a quick nosy. All the crawl. Gotha Tiddy's house. Well, okay, that's different. But, right. Okay, that's quite a interesting area. Different. Obviously, this set up for their machine work. I've signposted the lift, just in case you weren't sure. Obviously, their nether portal. Their enchanter. Again, you know. But quite like what they've done here. I like how they've used the black concrete and this kind of... Yeah, I like that. I got a bit mad with botany pots on some really basic things. I wouldn't have gone for the top tier of them, but each their own, I guess. But yeah, I quite like the design of what they've done here with the black. I think that's quite interesting. This must be their mob killing things. Very excessive with the fans. I probably would have built a lot better design than that myself, but again, each their own. Yeah, I can imagine when this is on, it is a further lag monster. And why are they using so many mega torches? End of day, each their own. You know, it's their design, it's whatever they're doing with it, whatever keeps them happy. You know, I suppose they are technically... Oh dear. I noticed that there is a player head on this wall. Najoma, have you actually got a trophy room that you are planning to stick the heads of your enemies? Okay. Yeah. As lovely required to as dire wire, I think all this. Okay. And this is their power plant. It kind of looks like everybody's gone for sort of the same design as me. Which, to be fair, the melon power is the way to go if you want to produce lots of power. But yeah, okay. But again, another Megatorch. I don't understand why they've got so many Megatorches. They literally don't need that many. It's a bit random having that many Megatorches. You know, they should have used the Feral Fire Lantern or something, but... yeah. But anyway, you know, it's their own design. I believe over here is the diamond apple tree. So it's an apple tree that you can actually grow diamond apples on by making diamond apple seedlings. Obviously, it looks like they were keeping some animals at some point. They should have name tagged them if they wanted to keep them. Random chest in the middle of nowhere. But again, it does kind of make me wonder what is possibly underneath this. Because, you know, they have built out a cubey area. So potentially something underneath it. It's a lot of iron wasted. But anyway. So that's one of the group. I don't know if Back to Life has actually done much. I've not seen him in the server in absolutely ages. From the initial time we started on the server. So I'll go have a look, see if he has come on and done anything. But I am kind of inclined to think probably not. But again, like everything, real world does come first. You know. Obviously, how dare they have a life? Yeah, nothing much here has changed at all. He's still got his wooden cube with no roof. Should have set him up a house in mine and let him join my team. That would do the long troll back. And hopefully, we'll have got some more quartz. Weirdly, don't have the rain sound. It's probably Minecraft doing its thing. Bugging out with the sound, which it seems to have done in these 120 versions. Only seems to play it if you are near to the ground. A little bit of a rubber band there. Again, to be expected. Because again, with this jetpack, you are going so much quicker than you would normally be allowed on the server. And of course, here we are back at the Cobble Kingdom, my place, which, obviously, as you can see, I've gone for a bit more of an, you know, a bit of a organized. Jesus Christ, that is a lot of enriched iron. A hell of a lot. I have my lions. I always have my lions. Obviously, I have my Farmer's Delight building here. which I really like for mod, you know. Find them good fun. Obviously, because it's Farmer's Delight building, I've got some of the Farmer's Delight crops, so the tomato vine that actually does climb up ropes. Really quite like that. It's got some of the base resources like Minecraft wheat, carrots, it's beetroots, because again, Farmer's Delight primarily uses base farm materials. And then you have Farmer's Delight cabbage, their onions, their rice. And again, I've just set up a little farm for Farmer's Delight and a smoker outside, because again, like I said, uses base things, so things like the lamb, pork, etc. This building here, nowhere near finished, is going to be my cooking for blockheads building. It's got the cooking for blockheads flooring, which anything that you build with cooking for blockheads, it automatically connects. If you are using the cooking for blockheads floor, it connects them all together. It's one of the reasons why I'm able to put like cupboards over one side and then cupboards on the other side and not have to connect the cupboards together. It can just see them all together. So that's something that I'll be doing later. Obviously, I have my magic windmill, which I suppose technically, if it was going to be the magic windmill, it would be pink. You know, the good old pink windmill. Which, this literally looks after all my food. It makes toast. Well, it gets the flour, it gets the wheat, it grinds it into flour, which can be turned into bread, which then turned into toast. The sugar cane is ground up into sugar. The soya beans is turned into soya milk, and then the soya milk, the flour, and the sugar gets turned into donuts. I should say, actually, the flour is turned into dough, which is then turned into bread and turned into toast. So my character leads off of donuts and toast. Right, let's get back to this anyway, because I want to get this finished before I finish for today. Even so, it's just running basically. Just so I can show how it works. So these go like that. Right. Run out of cookstone, so just grab some more. Shove it through again. I think my chat has frozen. Just a second while I refresh it. Yeah, it had frozen. I can now see your message, Chris. My what? I don't know when that came in, so I don't know what it's in reference to. Because like I said, my chat froze. So, shove them in there. Barn storage. Need some more of them ones. Sure how many of them actually need, but we got through that full stack of 64. I knew they'd get used, so let's make these ones first. That's got me another 60 of those. Put them in there. Grab them. That's got me another 15. So I need another... I'll take them out there, because otherwise I'll never count them. So I need another, what, 3, 6, and 8. So I need another 8. So into here again. How many do we get of those? 6. So yeah, I'm going to need a few. I was actually up bothered. I could probably sit there and work it out, but let's have a look how much gold have we got. That's going to be 16 at the moment. Shove them over. Got all of those. All of that. All of those. Thank you. I'm too sharp. So literally I need 2 more of the heat vents, but I now need to make one of these crafting CPUs, which I'm going to have to make crafting upgrades, I'm going to have to make bog standard upgrades. I'm going to have to make a crafting frame with these 1K storages. So again, lots and lots of the basic crafting. I do need to make another 2 of these, so unfortunately I don't have an option. I do have to do that side of it. So I've got 4 of those. All of them. Put them straight through. Why do I keep clicking on that power thing? Keep doing that, I'm going to have to move it. Oh, I need to make another... Yeah. Oh. I forgot they took 4 of the frames. That one. That one. Should put in there. Right, so processor. Did we actually have enough? We do have enough for the processor. So 2 advanced processors. Well, we know that requires diamonds. So again, we still have the resources fully. Oh, I could have done it directly from there. I forgot I'd actually put some diamonds in here for exactly that reason. Again, this is why I need to get these connected to the storage drawers so I don't keep duplicating things. So I'm going to need some wood. Is there any in there? No, there isn't. So I will grab that. We'll grab all that wood there as well. So we know we need 1 crafting for the actual CPU. For the crafting upgrades though, it takes 2 for each one, and we need 2. So obviously we need to make enough for. But we need some construction cores, which we need 2 of, which is the iron version of the processors. So again, we do only need 2 so far. We need some glowstone for them. Because obviously they are construction cores. We also need to now make the frames, which require improved processors, which again we need 2 of, which means I need some more redstone. I need some more gold at this rate as well over here. And the whole aim is so that I'll be able to go into here, request it to craft things like the improved processor or the construction code, and it'll go away and do it. This is the whole reason for building this multi-block, but also for setting up the crafting area. But like I said, I'm getting the basics in place so it'll make my job easier in the long term. So we have the glass, we have the quartz enriched iron. We need 2 of those. Like so. We then need to change the upgrades into crafting upgrades. I'm just going to shove them in there. Like so. So we've got the 2. And then we've got everything, because obviously that button's lit up. So you've got everything. Crafting CPU. Doesn't particularly matter where you put it, you know. You can put it all against one wall, or all in the middle. It's up to you how you want to do it. I tend to normally run 3. Crafting CPUs, obviously it just means that you end up with a bit more. It crafts things faster that are shaped crafting, but it also obviously gives you more crafting options that it can do. So if you're wanting to craft loads of multiple items, if it's a basic craft, the more crafting CPUs you have, the more items it can craft simultaneously. So, crafting storage. Obviously, 3 of those, which is your 1K storage parts. Going to need to make a chest, which obviously we've got the wood. We can do that. Going to have to make another advanced processor. Like so. We have the frames, I think. Or did we have the frames? No, we don't have the frames. We've got to make another 4 frame. So, again, more advanced. Lob them in there. Shove them in there as well. Get the crafting storage. So what I would tend to do is a wall of CPUs and the rest fill in with these storage, because each one of these storage give you a page, which in theory this should complete it. It hasn't, so what have I done wrong? Let's actually have a look. I've got the CPU, it's got all of those, it's got all of the frame. did fill those ones in. What have I done wrong? What doesn't it like? Seems to think something in the interior it doesn't like. Don't know what. Do you have? Block is not valid for use in the machine's interior. 4, 2, 4, 9, 5, 8, 2, 5. Which would be that crafting CPU. Oh, I bet you they changed it so you literally have to fill all of this now. I remember in the earlier versions you just had to have one, but in the later versions you actually had to fill all of your cube, and I bet you that's what I need to do. So effectively, I need to make all of the crafting CPUs I'm going to use. I've got to make all of the storage ones that are going in it to make it form, which is a bit of a pain in the backside, but again, I did say I wanted to get it done, so I'm going to need 8 more of these, which is going to mean a shed load of these. So let's have a look. Not them ones, that one. So what am I short on? Redstone. I'm going to get another full stack of these processors because again I will use them. Love them in there. Again, I'm going to need a load of these. Bang somewhere. So what did I say? It's 2 for each one. So 5 per module. Can't remember. Can you remember? So I think how many did I say I needed? 8. I think I said 8. I think. Can't remember though. Anyway, so I need some construction cores. How many is it per one? I just clicked it without thinking, just the one, Miss Wembley. What did I run out of? Then again. Again, you need to have built up some resources before you do something like that. You know. Luckily, I've got friendly people on the server that are quite willing to help out there. But to be fair, we do kind of like help each other out. And I need glowstone to turn them into construction cars. Like so. Let's just dump these in there so I can just shift click them. I didn't give myself enough of the crafting benches, so just make another 2. I think it was 2 that I just needed, or was it? No, I need a shed load more. So, like so. And I'm still short. Another 4. I then need some actually for the crafter. Oh, bye-bye, bot. Bye-bye, bot. Right, so that's that one. We obviously need some advanced processors for this one. And it takes, what is it, 2 per crafting CPU. So we're going to need 16 of these. Of course, run out of silicon. But in theory, I should have grown some while I was exploring. Just run over and grab some. See while we're here, just do a quick check for seeds as well. End up with absolutely loads of the stuff this time. We'll get these processes done, and then of course we're going to have to do the storage ones again. Instead 16. I believe I said. Find out. Let's dump these in there. So I run out of crafting benches. Don't know how many I need. 4? Yeah, 4. That's what I'm going with, 4. And of course, ran out of frames. Oh, God. Now what I've run out of. Need more silicon. No, not silicon. What is it that I'm missing? Stone. Just get that cooked up. Right, so I think that's as many as I need. I think. Don't quote me on that. I'm probably overcatered for it. Well, especially for the CPUs anyway. Right. That is the crafting CPUs. Can't get in the hole. Wow. Right. And then I just need to make the storage for it. Which is a lot. Obviously, these frames is not going to be enough. I can see that straight away. So, I don't know. Let's see what we get out of that. I probably am going to have to get some more glass over here at some point. Going to need a load of chests. And of course, advanced processors, even more of. I make 12 of those. Again, I'm not sure how many I need. I didn't really sit and count it, which probably should have done. Do we have everything? We have everything for these ones. That got us another 3. Needed more of these frames. These. Again, going through that enriched quartz, enriched iron quartz really, really quickly. Put that in there. Right, so so I need to make another 12 of those. So I need to make some more of these. What did I run out of? Oh, wrong one. Glass. I've already forgot how many I said I needed. I need some more chests. Let's get some more wood in here. And what a surprise, ran out more of these. Of course. More of the improved processors. I probably should have made 3 stacks of the improved processors. It probably would have saved me a bit of time. One. So that one. That one. I ran out of those. And I ran out of silicon, so I'll run back up to the top, grab some more silicon and some more logs. I want... I'll grab a stack of that. Grab all that silicon. What I can actually in silicon, back to the overflow. Just check these for seeds while I'm here again. I know I'm going to have to make some more chests. Actually, I'll do it with logs. Okay. Oh, I don't know why I went all the way over there, because I just shoved it all in there. Silicon in. Actually, another one of them doing that. I'm going to shove these in, I can't remember how many I needed. Give me a chance to recount. So, 3, 6, I need 7 more. God. I'm getting there. Oh, I had 2 there. Wonder why I shoved them in there. So, 5 more. We're going to need some more casing yet again. I'm going to do over because, again, I never know when I'm going to need these machine casings again. Obviously, I need to make a bunch more of the improved processors. What have I run out of? It's gold. Obviously, I'm not going to craft them all up this time, because I know some of these machine casings are used in other things. I don't want to end up making a ridiculous amount of the frames and kind of like have no use for them. Because I'm not 100% they can be uncrafted. I would have to check on that. Right. It said 5 of those I need. Again, don't quote me on that, I could be wrong. Completely wrong. I do need some more casings. Okay. Which of course that means more of these. More redstone. So again, it's very much one of these things where you do need loads of redstone, loads of gold, loads of quartz, lots of infused, it's not infused, is it? It's quartz enriched iron. So unless you've got something that does the mining for you, it is a hell of a lot of mining in your future. So if you actually get the right one. Did not do it. X there. I've got to run out of goddamn chess. Right. And it's formed. Thank God for that. So, crafting manager, it can see the multi-plot crafter, which as you can see has got a shitload of space for things. Obviously, you can interact with it here. Go to the many pages that there is on it. Why it's showing that, don't know. Jonah, I hope you can see this. There is a duplication bug. Now, whether that's a visual bug or not, I'm just going to quickly disconnect and reconnect to see whether it is. It's a visual bug. So, something to be aware of. Right. Because this is now showing 18 pages instead of 20. So, yeah. I will have to look up their GitHub and say, on first form, it said 20 pages. What I will do it should have captured the last 30 seconds of that. And I will, if it hasn't, I'll just take out the recording so I can show them. So yeah, anyway. So, as you can see, crafting manager, you see the multi-block. We have the pattern grid. We now need to make some of the refined storage patterns. Actually want me to make one first, actually. That would be more handy. How many have I got? What did I run out of? Glass. Let's just grab as many as I can for now. Shove the patterns in there. How it works is you put your recipe in there, it'll create a pattern. Make sure you've got some of the patterns in there. Click the down arrow so it writes it to it. Once it's in your inventory, if you're ever unsure what that pattern is, you can hover over it and it'll tell you. Or you can press shift and it will show it. So again, we will just make a couple of patterns of some of the very basic things. Just because, one, I want it to be able to make them in the future. So that's if I actually have it in the pattern grid. So pattern grid, I want it to do one for crafting table. I want it to do it for a chest. And again, like I said, in your inventory, hover over it, it'll show what they are. If you press shift, it will actually show the icon of what it creates. Very, very simple. Obviously, with the multi-block crafter in the crafting manager, you getting beat. You can just shove things directly over like that, and it's effectively puts them in here. And where in here it's put them, don't know because I don't see them. But they should be there unless it's just deleted them. I don't think it has. No, because they're there. But of course you can always go up to your thing and shove them in manually. And again, if you press shift, you can see what they are. It will show them. Just bear with me a second, I've got a pop-up come up. Right. So interestingly, it is showing them, but it's kind of like showing them midway down. I probably would tend to use it more in this than doing it that way. But yeah, that is obviously what I said I was going to get done today. So that is what I'm going to get done today. I've got the refined storage set up done. I've got the basic crafter block set up and done. So it's like if I'm ever in here and I want a crafting table, it says craft on it. If I click on that, tell it how many it wants, as long as there's enough resources for it, it will go away and craft it. I might put the controller a level below and actually stick a crafting monitor in there so I can see what it's doing or if it's not doing something. But that is where I am actually done for today. Obviously, Minecraft Monday will be back next Monday, where we'll be continuing. What I'll be doing, don't know yet. Possibly setting up the auto crafting of the ingots, so, you know, crushing them into the dust and smelting them and so on and so forth. Dealing with all that side of it. But yeah, other than that, thank you for being here. And tomorrow we are back with The Walking Dead, the final season with Clem in it. I believe it is episode 2. Yeah, I think it's episode 2. And then Wednesday, South Carolina. Thursday, again, probably be The Walking Dead again. And then Friday, we're back to South Carolina. But other than that, thank you for being here, and we'll catch you all again tomorrow. So take care, guys. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Obviously, it doesn't leave much.